There's something important we need to name right away. You can understand what's happening in your life and still feel overwhelmed. That doesn't mean you've missed something. It means your body is moving at a different pace than your insight. And that's not a problem. That's biology. Most of us were taught, quietly and indirectly, that understanding should fix things. If I know why I feel this way, it should stop. If I've healed this already, it shouldn't still be here. If I've changed my perspective, my body should follow. But your body doesn't move by explanation, it moves by safety. Your nervous system is not interested in whether things make sense. It asks one question over and over: Am I safe right now? Not intellectually safe, not spiritually safe, physically, emotionally, and relationally. And when the answer isn't a clear yes, the system stays alert. That alertness often gets labeled as overwhelm. Here's the part that brings relief for many people. You're not overwhelmed because you're doing life wrong. You're overwhelmed because your body is still carrying unfinished responses. Moments where it wants to slow down and couldn't. Moments where it wanted support and didn't receive it. Moments when it had to stay functional when rest wasn't an option. Your body remembers those moments, even when your mind has moved on. So if you've ever thought, I feel calm inside, but my body feels wired, or I'm at peace, but my system won't settle, that's not contradiction, that's timing. Insight arrives faster than integration. Let's pause for a moment, not to comment anything, just to notice. As you're listening right now, what is your body doing? Is it holding, bracing, leaning forward, collapsing back? There's no right answer, just awareness. Because awareness is how the body begins to feel accompanied instead of managed. Overwhelm often comes from asking the body to perform a role it was never meant to play. We ask it to push through fatigue, ignore subtle signals, stay composed under constant demand, adapt without recovery. And then we wonder why it won't relax when things finally slow down. But the body doesn't trust sudden stillness. It needs gradual permission. This is why saying to your body, just relax, doesn't work. The body hears that as pressure. What it responds to instead is consistency. Small signals that say you don't have to brace right now. There's no urgency in this moment. You're allowed to arrive. Those signals don't come from effort, they come from presence. Here's something simple you can experiment with today. When you notice overwhelm, especially that relentless, buzzing kind, see if you can orient to one physical anchor. Not breathing, not grounding techniques, just something tangible. Your feet on the floor, your back against the chair, the weight of your hands. Let that be enough. That's not avoidance, that's communication. You're telling your nervous system, I'm here with you. Your body doesn't need to be fixed. It needs to be felt without urgency. That's how it learns that it no longer has to shout to be heard. And when it trusts that, the volume comes down on its own. In the next episode, we'll explore how overwhelm becomes a loop, how the inner voice and the body reinforce each other without us realizing it. But for now, let this stand. If your body hasn't caught up yet, it's not because you're behind. It's because it's learning slowly and wisely that the ground beneath you is changing, and it will arrive. at its own pace, and we will continue next time.